Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here today. I'm sure you've probably seen in the caption what this video it's about. It's about what bags I took on my most recent cruise with the toddler. This can apply if you have a toddler or a baby or just young kids. So this was my son's first cruise. I think I already said he's 3 years old. He's 3 years old and he's autistic. But he's pretty high functioning. He's not verbal. But we took him to kids camp while we were on the cruise ship and he absolutely loved it. So mommy and daddy got time, adult time, so that was really nice. We got to go do a few things without him, being there, and he really had fun, and he had his own time as well in kids camp. Now, I took these two bags that you see here. This one is a Petunia Pickle bottom. It's their newest bag that just came out. It's called the Boxy Deluxe. They have this in just a little bit of a smaller size. I'll dig into this in a little bit. And this one is the Sink. And they're really similar in color. And the texture and stuff is really the same. But I just want to say that I'm going to make a separate video that is going to entail other bags I think would have worked great and I would have loved to have taken. One of the bags I actually couldn't find right before the trip, so I ended up just not taking it. But it was fine because it all worked out. But these bags were awesome on the trip. So let's dive into this a little bit more. We also went with a few family members who it was their first time. It was my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and my two nieces. And my nieces are a little bit older. One is like in the teenage era, and the other one isn't quite teen. She's not preteen either, but she's also not 3 years old. So she was in a different group than my son, and the teenager just really wandered around the ship a lot. So she had a good time. Everyone had a good time. And this bag was initially my plan for this bag initially when we were going to go on this trip was we went out of Long Beach. So we drove from Northern California to Southern California, and we stayed the night before the cruise in a hotel. And I knew I wanted this bag to be like an overnight bag, basically. I wanted it to have all the clothes that we needed, any pajamas or anything that we needed for the night before the cruise. So this bag is really, it's nice and roomy. It has tons of pockets. So I put all of our clothes for me, my husband, and my son, our pajamas and our clothes for the next day, and some extra little things. I'm not going to really go into what exactly I packed, but that's what it comes down to, the gist of it. And this bag, I'm going to insert a picture here. This bag is also, you can wear it in a backpack style, or it has a long strap that you can hold on your side or sideways or just on your shoulder. But I'm going to insert a picture here of, this is a text sleeve, of us carrying it onto the, actually no, this picture is going to be of an example of how we carried it around. Not that it's heavy or anything. It has a trolley sleeve here, so you can put it on the suitcase. And then if you zip it up right here, it also makes a pocket. So, and it's secure, nothing falls out of it. So you can use this bag in multiple ways. So initially we used it for just overnight. Well, then it turns out that my sister-in-law, when we were in the parking garage for the cruise terminal and we were unloading, it turns out like some of us had some extra things we wanted to take, and we really didn't have any more suitcase luggage, and we had already dropped the suitcases with the porters previous to parking. So I said, let's take this and you can put your stuff in here and you can use it, and then if I need to save room, I could smash it up. It doesn't take up much room, and I can just put it away in our room, wherever. Well, my sister-in-law ended up storing it in her room. She had a perfect little cubby for it, and she stored it. And then at the end of the trip, I ended up needing it, and she didn't need it anymore. and she didn't have things to put in here. So I ended up using it for extra little knickknacks that were laying around the room that I really didn't have room for, because we put our bags the night before out in front of the door. So I put like a few souvenirs in here, a few little papers that were laying around. So it really worked out great. We did bring a carry-on, as you can see in the picture. We did bring a like a little rolling cart, and I just put this right on that little rolling cart. And initially we used it to put that cart, we initially used it for the sodas my family members brought. They brought cases of sodas, and we put it on the cart, and then we put this on top of it, and it was phenomenal. And I think the picture that I'm showing, we even had the 2 bags like this, because they each have the trolley strap. So even though this bag is big, it's the same size as pretty much a carry-on. You can use it as a carry-on. This would be a great airport bag. Oh my God, a great airport bag. I didn't need this bag once we were on the cruise ship. I didn't even really need it in Ensenada, but if this was the only bag that I had, obviously I could have taken it. It would have been fine. It would have been comfortable. Let me show you how it fits on me. So it fit fine. Me, my husband, anyone could have carried it. It doesn't feel big on me. It doesn't feel bulky. I have taken this bag to the grocery store just for day trips around town. This is also a great bag for going to grandma's house, let me tell you. So you just pack everything you need in here. It has 2 insulated pockets. It has a front pocket right here that is fabric. So if you want to put your cell phone in there, it won't scratch, or maybe a little wallet. These are magnetic hooks right here. And then it flaps down. Right in here, it has, I'm going to insert a picture pretty soon of the rest of this. So you can put the changing pad attaches to this. I just took it out because I don't need the changing pad at the moment. Diapers or pull-ups can go in here, or any other little souvenirs or knickknacks that you need. In the inside, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 pockets in the inside. 1 on each side on the inside, and then 2 on this side and 2 on this side. And then if you lose your keys quite often, like I do, because this is such a massive bag, you can attach your keys to this little hook doodaddy thing. So that's really nice. It's a really nice feature. And then I already showed you the thing right here in the back. So that's how I used this bag. This bag has been used multiple ways. Also, previously to going on the cruise ship, my parents were so generous and took my son for the night before we actually left. And they watched him so I could finish packing. I packed all of his stuff in this bag the previous night, and then when I went to go pick him up, it was like 2 nights before, just like so I can pack. And then when I brought him back, I unpacked his stuff, and that's when I packed our overnight stuff in here for when we went to the hotel. So this bag is so great. It's awesome. I can't even praise it enough, and whatever I'm saying about it doesn't even do it justice. And so this is also called the deluxe. I'm sorry, I'm talking so much, I'm forgetting what I'm saying, or the words that I'm supposed to be saying. This one is called the Boxy Deluxe, and it comes in this one comes in carbon cable, which is like a black shade, and then it comes in this shade, and it also comes like in a very pretty dusty pink color. And this one I think is called sand or gray, matte gray or sand, I can't remember, but it's one of those colors. And it goes very well with this bag. They're very matchy-matchy. The texture on it is the cable stitch, and it has a texture to it. It's really nice. My son has, this bag is my everyday bag. So my son has put this through the ringer. He really has. And I don't know how this thing is still clean looking. I don't know. I don't understand, because he has stepped on it, dragged it, ripped it open, crawled over it. He's just thrashed this bag, and it is still really nice. So this is the bag that was my everyday bag. We carried it onto the cruise ship. We carried it in the car. I had my necessities. I take it to the grocery store. I take it just wherever I go. I've taken it to Disneyland. This is just my favorite, all around favorite Petunia pickle bottom bag. And so it was just common sense that I took it onto the cruise ship, and it was my normal everyday use bag on the cruise ship. So in here I have, my son is potty trained, but we do have the seat cover. I'll go ahead and insert a picture here. I purchased the seat cover from Amazon, and then the potty training seat. And then I also purchased these individual little seat covers, sanitary seat covers. So I purchased those. I have those kind of in bulk. And I always kept these in here at all times. So if I wanted, we were sitting down at dinner, my son said he had to go to the bathroom. I just pulled this out. It already had what I need in here, and we just went to the restroom. And occasionally I'll throw, like, if I feel like he might need a change of clothes and we're not gonna be home for a while, I'll even throw a change of clothes in here, at least just underwears and a bottom. Not maybe so much a shirt, but, or if anything, just underwears. So I will do that, and it's nice. You just grab and go. This is called a wet bag. It's insulated in the inside, so you can put, you know, if you have anything that's wet, it's not gonna leak. This comes in a pack of 2, and it's sold by Petunia Pickle Bottom. And I love the print on it because it matches the inside of both of my sink bag and my deluxe. So it matches the interior, just goes really well. And it comes in a pack of 2, like I said, and the other bag is just a little bigger. And I'm gonna insert a picture. And also, if you purchase this bag comes with a little insulated pouch, either packing cube, a little tote, pouch, whatever you want to call it. I still have my fun times in here from when we were on the cruise. I carried those around every day, whatever. I carried one around each day so we could just refer to this, because I didn't always like looking at the app. So I still have a bobby pin in here too. So I always have something in here. I rotate things in here. It's not always used for like keeping things cool. I'll just put paperwork or hair supplies or whatever I need, medicine, whatever I need. And this fits perfectly in this pocket. And this front pocket is also insulated. So as you can see, it's also insulated, and so is this. Now in this front pocket, I usually don't have this. This is usually just thrown in my bag if I need it, or it's just, you know, I had it laying around in the room. In here, I always had snacks for my son. I always had 2 things. I had bananas for him. I had a banana at all time pretty much for him, and I got that from the cruise ship, from the buffet area. And then I always had graham crackers. He never ate the graham crackers on the cruise. He was really into Cinnamon Toast Crunch at the time, so we also always had Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I had those like in a little hard case, snack case. That way they didn't get smashed because they're small and crunchy. So I always had that in here pretty much. And then there's also nice, you just stick your hand into this little pocket, and you can I usually keep in here, it's not in there right now, somehow it got in here, but I always keep this little hairbrush for my son just to kind of brush his hair, which is nice because on the cruise ship, as you guys know, they take photos, a lot of them, all the time. So it was just kind of nice. I could just be like, oh, wait, hold on, let me brush my son's hair. I'm not anal about it. I'm not like, you know, I need to always have his hair perfect because it's not, but it's just kind of nice, or even my hair. So that's kind of nice, and it's easily accessible. This is in my bag all the time. This isn't because we went on the cruise. This is just always in there. And then, so also in this front pocket, so it has 1, 2, 3 front pockets alone. And in this pocket, right here, there's a little mesh pocket, and then there's like a fabric pocket. So you can put your phone in there, and it's not gonna scratch your camera. I always had this is where I had the fun times in here. Oh, I'm getting hot. Today's gonna be like 90 degrees, so I think it's already starting to warm up. And then I always had a straw. This is something I keep in here no matter what. It's a bendable straw, and I have the little cleaner to clean it. I took it with me on the cruise ship. But I also took this straw too. This one was for my son and this one was for me and my husband. This is a Carnival cruise straw. A lady on a previous cruise gifted us. Super nice lady, super sweet. So we took it on this cruise. I also have this little fidget toy right here. So I tried to keep at least 1 or 2 little toys in here to help keep my son occupied. I also kept just Kleenexes in there. I had a little thing with ibuprofen or Tylenol, and then just more little papers I received around the ship. This is for the spa, like the first day, and I had it in there the whole ship, the whole cruise. I had these sunglasses. I personally, I made a little personalization on them. I added the name of the Carnival cruises and the date we were sailing. I'll insert a picture, a really cool picture I took also at the fun times. Also, I carry around just a portable little hand fan. And then I always try to have like a spoon. These are mostly things I always keep in here, and they were just really nice to keep also. They were also nice to have be easily accessible on the ship and just in my bag. A spoon, it's just a little easier for my son sometimes to use this toddler spoon. It has a little bit more of a dip. Oh, and then this was something I received on the ship. As you can see, something they give you in the jewelry shop as you're walking by. You can collect different colors throughout the cruise. I actually have the whole set already, so I didn't go back this time every day and get the different colors. And so these are just things you kind of collect on the cruise. So just pop them right in the front pocket and it's like, okay, let's go. And then I always had in the big pocket, I always kind of just kept a clip around just in case I needed it for out on the Lido deck or just anything. And it was phenomenal. We used these a couple times. So the inside has a techie sleeve, so you can put a tablet or a laptop back there. And then it has 2 pockets that are mesh on this inside flap and one on each side on the inside. So I kept a variety of different things at different times in here, but it was just nice to have that extra room because whenever we would pick up my son from the Camp Ocean, he would come with like little, what do you call them, like make and takes, little activities that they worked on, like Play-Doh, or he had made a hat one day. So we would just put it in here, especially if we weren't going right back to the room. So that was really nice. That was a nice perk to having like a little bit bigger bag versus just a personal size bag. And then I always had in here, I had his little thermos with milk. It had fresh milk at all times. And then over here I had our water bottle. One evening I even did, and I'll insert the picture, I even did have a wine bottle in here because it was the first night. We weren't sure if we could take our wine to dinner and drink it there. We did know that if they popped the cork, they would charge us a $15 fee. But we had already opened it ourselves, so we just didn't know the exact rules. We had never done it before. And they said no, they would still charge us, even though we were pouring it ourselves and all that. But so we just put it away. It was okay. We said, okay, that's fine. We'll just drink it back in our room. We put it in the pocket and we never went back to the room, and we totally forgot it was even there until I was taking pictures. Case in point, the picture I'm showing right now. We forgot it was there until I was taking this picture. And then later on, I mean, when we went back to the room, we obviously left it there. But if you want to walk around with a bottle of wine, you sure can. And I would order, my favorite drink was the Cruiser on the cruise ship. So their cup that they gave it to me in, it was like a plastic cup. It was, it was perfect. It fit in this pocket perfect when we were sitting on the Lido deck, and I didn't have anywhere really to put my drink.
Headed toward our kingdom. Its power will make him invincible. We will be destroyed.
I wanted to keep it cool because it was hot on the Lido deck, so I just shoved it right in this little pocket because it's insulated, and it stayed cold longer. So it was great. It really was. This pocket also has the 2 D-rings in the back, so you can clip your straps to it, and then it can attach to your stroller. Also, it has a handle to grab, and it has another trolley sleeve in the back and padded straps for the backpack, and they're adjustable. My husband wears this also comfortably. So this is my favorite bag. It's very sleek, elegant. There's nothing crazy on it. It's just, it feels nice. It matches with really whatever you're wearing. This one also comes in carbon cable black. So that's a really nice one. And the carbon cable is just this color right here. I do pair, to stay organized with my backpack, I do pair it with these trio bags. This is my everyday wallet. I use this all the time. And to keep it a little secure, like when we were out in Ensenada, I would put my little wallet right in the tech sleeve in the very back. I would just put it right in there. That's pretty much where I have it whenever we're out and about, like in not sure places. So that's where I'd keep it, so it would be up against my back and just a little more secure than in these. And whatever I put in here, I'm not worried about if it gets stolen. Another thing I did have at all times was this little hand sanitizer. This is a Petunia Twilight color. This one belonged to another bag, but I didn't have time to get another fun one to match this bag. So I just took this one, and it's black, and it still kind of goes, you know, nude black and then tan. They go together. So it was really nice, neutral. So I had that on there at all times. And then just to refill it, I can open this, take it out. It even says Petunia Pickle Bottom on there. So that's really cute. I had that on there. And then, like I was saying, I had different things in here at different times. I have another, this is called a trio set, a trio organizer. I have another set, this exact same size. There's 3 of them, but the other ones have mesh in the front, and you can see what's inside, and they're gray. And I love them because I packed, and I'll insert a picture of all the like things that I took for my son to kind of play with, and excuse me, and how I packed it. How I packed those. But I've had stickers in this big one. I had sticker books, just extra stickers, a plain book that had empty pages in there, so you could just put stickers. And then I had another, like, it was like a sticker book, but it wasn't actual, like, you could peel off the stickies, and he can place them like a scene from like a Cars scene. So he could place the little car pictures on there and then take them off and redo it. And then I had, sometimes I had like little extra little toys that would fit in there. And then, yeah, I just had tons of little toys for him. And I had those those window clings for on the cruise, on the balcony. I let him put it when we were out in the balcony. I let him put it on the balcony, and he loved it. But it kept him busy for all of like 10 minutes maybe, and then he never, I didn't do it till like the second to last day, so, or C day, so I brought him out way too late. Otherwise maybe he would have played with them more. But and then I also brought little dollar store blocks, the what are they called, the like the Jenga blocks, but they're mini, and he liked those too for all of a second. They ended up not working out, but I'm glad I took them because it wasn't something that I had to bring home, and if I wanted to, I could have just thrown them away. They were $1, so sorry, $1.25. And then I brought some other things for him to play with. He didn't play with everything, actually. We were so busy. You were so busy on a cruise ship. And we stayed up every night till about 8 p.m. and it was wonderful. So you're probably wondering what other bags did I take. So I took this bag, and this is the bag I use for every day and when we went into port. And then, like I said, I paired it with these and I also had, and these, I had other little pixels that were like about this length. And I had like other, what do you call it? Like medicine and just those kind of things that you need for the bathroom, or toothbrush, toothpaste. I had those kind of things in those other little trinket bags. But this is essentially what I used every day, that one, and this was just used to get onto the ship and off the ship is what I used this bag for. And then stroller wise, we opted not to take a stroller because The family dynamics of inside of our vehicle was really squished. Not everyone was with us the whole trip when we did drive around, because our family members rented their own car, but they returned it at one point, and then we were all in the car together. So with their luggage and our luggage, there was we didn't know how much room there was going to be in. I'm glad we didn't bring it, because there was really no room for a stroller, even a very small one. There really wasn't any room. So we opted not to take it. And what we did is we rented a stroller from Carnival Cruise Line. I read online that they had some for rent, and you can rent it either for the whole trip, and I think that was maybe $45. Don't quote me on this, you'll have to look it up, but I thought that's what it had said. Or each day was like $12 or $15 for each day. So we said, okay, let's see how the first day goes, because we weren't getting off the ship anywhere. We were just on the ship and walking around. My son walked everywhere. He did want to be held here and there. We did hold him. It wasn't too big of a deal. Me and my husband kind of took turns. We tried to make him walk as much as possible. He has been walking more, but we found that he's still just a little too little to be walking that much. So when Catalina, the next day we were going to go to Catalina Island, and we were just going to rough it and just hold him whenever he wanted to be held. We ended up not getting off that day because the line to get a boat taxi / tender was just too much for a toddler, and then where they had everyone waiting down on the first deck was just too hot. It was like at least an hour wait, and I had no patience for that, let alone the kids. So we said, you know what? We're going to enjoy the ship, and that's what we did. And we watched movies, we went to the pools, we did the course the rope course. We really enjoyed ourselves that day, and I'm so happy that we decided to do that. And then the next day was Ensenada. So we rented we rented a stroller that morning. We ate breakfast, and then we went to go get the stroller, and they pulled it out. It looked like there was only maybe 2 strollers that they had in the entirety. So once they're gone, they're gone. I don't know. It seemed like all the parents had their strollers except for us. So again, first cruise with the toddler, which we should have known better, but it was fine. It was fine. So they gave us a stroller, and I'll post a picture. It was great. It was felt brand new. It rolled very smoothly, and it was just really, really nice. So it was really, really nice. And what I would probably do in the future is I should have made this in the next video, but I would take this Intermix kit with me next time, because these attach to the stroller, and I would have had somewhere to put little items for him, or knickknacks, or cups, or whatever. And I did have a bottom basket, and that was really nice, and we put our souvenirs down there, and I still did take my backpack. But if you want to go light, then you don't take the backpack. I would suggest taking this, because you would still have this, and you can also carry this around the ship. And this, if you purchase it, it does come with these little pixels inside. These little pixels, and they fold up really tight and take up no room. And I can just put it like right here on the side if I wanted to put something else here, yada, yada, yada. Anyhow, so this was a great option for that. But next trip we will take a stroller. Also, let's see. So, we returned the stroller that evening, so they only would have charged us for the one day and not the whole trip. And then we liked it so much, we were even talking about maybe going back the next day, the day we were at sea the whole day, and getting it. But we ended up just not doing it. We were just kind of ended up lagging on it. We talked about it more than actually doing it. And we were like, whatever. So, but it was fine. It worked out great. And like I said, we took my son that last day when we were at sea all day. He went to Camp Ocean the longest that day. He went for about 3 hours. And I think maybe that was a little too long for him, because he didn't want to go back later that evening. Not that anything happened or anything. I think he was just kind of over it that day, and he just wanted to be with mommy and daddy, and that was completely fine. We were okay with it because we had to go back to the room, finish packing, and we wanted to go to bed early. So we went to bed pretty much early every day. There was one evening that we kept my son up a little late. We kept him up to like 9 or 10, I don't remember. We wanted to see that show in the evening in the theater. So what was it called? I don't remember what it was called, but we wanted to see it. It was one of their rock shows. And we really wanted to see it. So we just took him along with us because kids were allowed. I think it was like the Motown Showdown. No. 80s Rock. No. I don't know. It was one of those. I was looking at the fun times. So we wanted, so we just took him with us, and he ended up falling asleep as the show is going on. Like maybe 3-4 minutes into the show. No, maybe like 10 minutes. Sorry. Maybe 10 minutes in, I look over and he's like dozing off, and then that's it. He dozed off that second time and he was out. And my husband was just holding him. And I was like, okay, like you're gonna fall asleep during this loud show, but that's typical of him. He falls asleep and can sleep through literally a fireworks show that is like super close. Through all that banging, he can sleep. So we're very fortunate. So we got to enjoy the show. We even took him to the comedy shows, the ones that were PG. He didn't know what was going on. We took his tablet. That was another great thing. I know I said there's a techie sleeve, but we carried his tablet in here pretty much at all times, and mainly during dinner, because that's what helped us get him through the trip. And I ahead of time downloaded we have Disney Plus, so we downloaded a few movies, and then I heard this tip that you could do is you can pay for the subscription membership for YouTube, and then you don't get the commercials and you get free downloads. So I downloaded tons of his favorite shows that I know he does watch, and we didn't have to be on Wi-Fi. I didn't purchase the Wi-Fi. We just used whatever they had that you normally connect to, and that worked great. And he loved it. He didn't even know and realize that he didn't have normal access to YouTube Kids and Disney Plus. So that worked out great. He actually wasn't on it as much as you would think, but he was on it enough where I did need to do that, especially with YouTube, because like I said, he's autistic and he likes his things how he likes them. He likes to watch his cartoons, and I mean, as do most kids, but he's very specific about some things. So I did go the extra mile with bringing extra bags, bringing the whole bag, because I know how my child is, and you know how your child is, and some parents can go with less and they're completely fine, but I always need to carry a little extra because of he's just how he is, and that's fine. So yeah, so we had a great time. If you guys have any questions, if there was something I forgot to mention, or I veered off in a different subject and I forgot to go back to one, which happens, then let me know if you want me to revisit something I said and clarify. And I hope you guys enjoyed the pictures that I posted. And please come back for that second video. That's going to be other bags I would love to take on another cruise at another time in the near future. Talk to you later. Bye.